and welcome to this special walk of East Town Park. It's a short walk and we are just testing our data system to see how far basically we actually end up going. Of course, my name is Nick C. Of course, I'm a host of the Touring With Us videos that we showcase in video mode and of course our lives. So, on that particular note, I'm joined by Julien C. We are known as on the Haverhill Live as the Bubble Brothers, or the Bubble as in boys. Bubble Boys or Bubble Brothers. Not quite sure which one is which. I get confused with the both at some sort of stage. Anyway, yes, welcome along, and we're going to take you on a journey hopefully you'll never forget. And we're live. That's the main thing as well. So, come with us, because we are 100% live. Dave Allen is tuned in. Hi to you, and we'll try and say hi to people as we go along. So I'm joined by Julien C. Give us a wave. He waves as he joins us here, and we're going to take you on this walk here. It's nice to be doing a live like this, and we've got beautiful surroundings here. Look at these beautiful nests here. If anybody was ever to tour here, you can see how high the nests are. I wouldn't like to try and climb these trees here, would you, Julien? No, not. Absolutely fantastic. I wouldn't even bother to try and climb them. And you've got the birds here. You'll hear some of them. You might even spot a few birds, as in wildlife birds. And you're too busy eating your crisps. You shouldn't be eating those sort of crisps these days. Well, yeah. That's for your break time. It's all part of the package here, and this is sort of meadow grassland here, which is absolutely fantastic to see, because it's just nice to see whilst you are out there walking. This is the Welcome to East Town Park playground here, and you can see a little bit vaguely of the swings where you can actually take your families out there to enjoy lovely swings and that kind of thing. You'll probably see some kind of like, what would I say, daffodils. So what do you think of what you feel in this area, Julien? Do you feel really calm and it's just nice to hear the nature of the birds? Yes, definitely. You haven't been here for quite some time. How long ago was it that you actually came down this area? Ages ago, yeah. How long was that, Julien? A long time, yeah. I remember walking around this area here and racing back because of the thunderstorm, because I used to have a bike, as in a bike thing that I used to have, and I used to ride a bike, and of course because it was thundering I had to really race back, and I was almost out of breath by then. Those were in my or that was in my younger days actually. So, yeah, this is like a riverbank here, and this is pretty much you. Look at this special-looking, substantial wood here, wood benches here, and I find it very nice to sit on these, actually. Would you like to try and test it out? It smells very nice. Can you smell pine? I smell pine. Pine wood, isn't it? Yeah. Let us know in the comments what you think the actual wood is here. And the area is very, very special here. Very substantial woodland here. And behind us is the riverside here. Fantastic view that you get, by the way. I just want to stress that. So, of course, let's take our cameras the opposite way. It's just getting used to all this. Yeah. There you go. You can see it for yourself. Beautiful Stour River Valley here, which actually takes you to Boxfield, around that sort of area there. Beautiful to look at here, and and if I rather take you on a zoomed version, you'll see how beautiful it does look from this angle here. I won't do too much zooming in case the battery runs out. Of course, it's very useful for dog walkers here around this area. By the way, talking about dog mess, on the way we actually noticed some dog mess on the floor of the Roman Way, and we thought it was really disgusting. So if you are a dog owner, make sure you clean up your mess. Very useful. These are the areas where park rangers look after kind of these walks here, make sure they are up to scratch, that kind of thing. And it's quite a substantial looking bench there. Of course, you won't get fined for sitting on it. That was just rubbish news that I heard in the papers. There is another path that actually takes you to the other side of the East Town Park, which we will showcase at some point. So let's take our cameras around here, and it is kind of like a special place to walk around. And I do enjoy this. Hopefully I'll come this way in the summer more, although it does actually feel like summer now. But of course, when I say summer, we are in spring here. Just in case you just switched on, we are in East Town Park, a special unique part of Haverhill in Suffolk in the UK, and this is the date of Wednesday the 31st of March 2021. We have come to the estate now, and of course this is the Gertine estate, which was actually grazed by farm animals for many years. The house and farm were mentioned in the Domesday survey of 2086, although it is likely that the farming existed on the site many years prior to this date. Hopefully you got the gist of that. And look at these animals. I wonder what they looked like back in then sort of days. I remember, of course, horses that did used to come along this sort of East Town Park area. It was absolutely fantastic to see them back in the day, but it's no longer a sort of horse and cart sort of area at the moment. Still, I remember those trees for many years and centuries ago. Absolutely fantastic. So we're seeing a little bit of grassland, but of course we take you through another section here. This is something that I was put here for safety in case children fall into the river, which we don't really want that to happen. We're going to come up to a bench here, something that we might champion about on our videos here, seeing the fantastic benches and how they should be renewed, actually. You were saying, Julien?
There's a small, unique bird box there.
A unique bird box?
Small one.
I've never seen that in my life. So let us know in the comments where you think that might be, or what that thing is. Well, we know it's a bird box of some kind, but we don't know how long it's actually been there. There you go. That's a bit of the close-up of that. Don't think there's any birds in there. But anyway, that's another thing altogether. So, yeah, I don't want to zoom in too much in case my battery runs out. I don't know how much battery I've got left, so if we do get cut off, do let us know in the comments if we do get cut off. Hopefully we won't get cut off. And we continue with this special data system here. Julian's having a wander around the area, still eating his and munching his crisps at the same time. This area, yes, it is relevant because you're in Haverhill, because you're in the substantial Haverhill. Absolutely fantastic. So, if Mr. Motivator is watching here, absolutely fantastic. So, yeah. We're going to come along to this area here. Now, you may notice most of the time in the winter, this area is on the muddy side. So it's not feasible to actually come along this area, really, unless you've got really, like, Ugg boots or anything like that. That would be suffice for walking around this area. So we have to be even careful now because it's still not quite dry yet. And it is just about walkable. And there's a bench in case you want to take a rest. We've already done that, so of course we don't need to take any more rests. So, yeah, if you are a walker, you will be delighted to see the beautiful surroundings that you do see here. Hopefully we'll showcase this when it's a little bit more warmer as well. Apparently it's getting cooler, so we are just about in the right temperature for doing this. People do often walk along the old disused railway track on that walk, which runs eventually to Sturmer, and one day we might showcase that, just one day if you're lucky. And of course there are going to be people here and there playing games around this area, so we have to be very careful about filming them. So yeah, unless they want to be interviewed, of course. But this fence here looks like it's older than the one that was over there. Did you notice that, Julien? But I never saw that bench before, so it's quite a special, substantial bench.
Nice to sit on.
It is nice to sit on. I actually never sat on it myself, but maybe on my next live I would do that. And there's a bin there in case you have any rubbish there. It is definitely a dog bin, by the way, and it's useful for dogs clearing up their mess. So use that bin for actually clearing out your dog mess. So yeah, there is a path that takes you onto the main disused railway track for the Doctor beaching times of the 1960s. But it's absolutely beautiful to see. Look at these wonderful trees here. I wonder what type of trees they are. Fantastic to look at.
Could be concrete.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So are you enjoying your walk here for the first time of doing a live here, which is absolutely fantastic. So fantastic. It's really a joy to do this. So you've got the riverside on the far side, which is the Stour Valley kind of river. And of course this is quite a big area, this is. I wonder what it feels like to come here at night time to do a sort of spooky, ghosty yongs. Ghosty feelings, Julian. Do you feel any ghosty presences now as we speak? Do you feel really good about the walk? We're not going to do a long walk today, but we thought we'd do a short one and go right round to where we started in that sort of area. We literally just started over there. You can do a dance as you walk, Julian. Why not do a dance? Go on then. Do your leg dance. Go on, just for the cameras at home. Yeah, go on then. Way, way. Dance. He danced in the morning when the sun was begun. Dance in the morning when da 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 da. Yeah, overcast. I reckon it. Hazy sunshine in that direction. That's the weather forecast for now. And we're live in living colour. Where else? And we always challenge you to keep still.
There's a bridge on the right hand side.
There is a bridge over that side. We will venture there soon, at some point. But we have to be very, very careful we don't spot too many people around this area. Unless they want to be, as I said previously, to be interviewed. Which, of course, we'd have to do that in advance, by the way.
To the right is a golf course.
To the right is the main Haverhill golf course. Yes, and you do have to be a member of that. And, of course, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Spot the beautiful areas, eh? Let's have a look at this whilst we're here to look out for. What to look out for here. And a footbridge over in that direction. There's a kingfisher.
Yeah, he's fishing with the king.
Fishing with the king. Is that a joke of the day? Julian's going to come up with a joke of the day here on the show here. And, of course, you've got the kingfisher here. You've got the writing to go with it. And, of course, look at that fantastic bird. We actually spot one of these when you watch out for it. So, yeah, quiet please. That means Julian's got to be quiet for the whole rest of this video here. And watch out for the water hole. Water vole. Didn't pronounce that right. Water vole. Absolutely fantastic. Can anyone read that right in there? Without my finger in the way there. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I used my thumb this time. The thumb there. So it's there. There you go. There's the close-up of that. So I don't really need to zoom in. And watch out for the moorhen as well, which is also lovely as well. So there you go. We'll leave that up for a couple of seconds there. So look at the beautiful water hole here. Well, of course, the water flowing beautifully there. Tranquility, beautiful. It's just beautiful to see and hear the beautiful nature. I'll leave it for a second there so you can hear the nature. Do let us know in the comments if the actual signal is a little bit on the ropey side. Absolutely fantastic. How are you feeling right now? Are you feeling knackered? No. Tired? No. Happy?
No.
You're not happy? Why is that?
Middle happy.
Middle happy. Is that the feeling you got? You'd be no good on a ghost walk, I'll tell you that now, because, of course, we'll take you to the most haunted place, which is Borley Rectory. Yes, at night, I'll get you there on your own. Then you will be really scared. We're not going to walk any further than that, on that particular note, because, yeah, we'll leave that for another day. It is a fantastic piece of grassland here. One day we will walk around here. We're going to do that at some stage so that we can showcase, even for us to walk in these areas that we've never walked to in our life. So it is really lovely. And, of course, it's fantastic, beautiful scenic route here. It's almost like an artist can actually, you know, as in an artist can paint it, or actually a musician artist to come and do a little bit of a video making for their videos and songs. Absolutely fantastic. Nobody actually spots these sort of areas, which I can't believe myself. But like I say, it's just tremendous. This is the avenue area here that we're at. You may be able to see that on the sign there. Beautiful sign there. It could do with updating, but could do with a bit of a paint, but there you go. It's another thing altogether. These beautiful trees, don't they look fantastic to see? And Julian's smiling there, as if, yeah, he's impressed with these trees. But you don't know what half of the names are, do you? Absolutely. This house at the end, actually, in that sort of area, we're going to use our thumb here, over there, actually used to be an old people's home many years ago, but it actually got burnt down. That we do know, and of course it used to, I think, belong to the Gertings family. And of course, yeah, it was over in that direction, but it's now new people's house. It's, well, of course, people are living there, new residents, basically, on that particular note. So, sorry if I'm making the odd mistake here and there. We will venture here again at some point, but obviously, hopefully, it'll be just as good weather as it is today. Yes, Julian?
Hope you're on the right track.
We are on the right track here, and it's perfectly peaceful. What I like about this particular area is that it is very, very tasty to look at. Take your partners down here because it is beautiful to see, and you can actually sing, do a little bit of a sing. Maybe if it's not too cold at winter time, it could do with actually some lights around here to make it look a bit more fantastic to see. So lights would be a fantastic option in the future, maybe, to make something more colourful. And the fact that, of course, it would make it very much a creative atmosphere to have lights at night and people walk around here. Although the actual park itself is closed about 6 o'clock for car park users, you can still walk by foot if you can actually shine a bit of light, actually, is the word, on the subjects. But this beautiful area could be used if it is warm like this, but I don't think it's ever been warm at Christmas in that sort of temperature, to actually do some Christmas carols, singing along this area. Can anyone imagine doing that? Even Easter carols are there, you know. Christ is risen, or something like that. Is it Christ is risen song, that Easter hymn? Jesus Christ is risen. Jesus Christ is risen again. Ha la la. Da 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 da. Yep. You know that song. Yep. Yeah, where we take the mickey out of other people, but yeah, no one in particular, just us. Anyway, bit of jokes here. See, these trees look like they've been knocked down by actual thunderstorms and that. I was actually glad yesterday not to be trapped in that switch off electricity that happened in Haverhill yesterday. So I was in Bury, so I didn't know anything about that, apparently. And, of course, I didn't get caught at that moment of time. I wasn't actually in any supermarket or anything like that. I was in Abbey Gardens, so, yeah. This is just a beautiful little walk. It looks like it's like a scenage that you could use for a play or a film, and of course you see the beautiful landscape there. But what I will say is it feels like Lion and the Witch in the Wardrobe could come here. Absolutely fantastic. You've got a dog behind you. Stand still. Got 2 dogs after you there. All right. Lovely. Beautiful weather, isn't it? Yeah, make the most of it. So, absolutely fantastic. So these are things to watch out for in this area. Definitely worth
A tree keeper.
coming along this area to bring your partner. That's what I would do if I had a partner, to bring along to this area and to do a sort of visual, this kind of thing. So if you can see that right in there, absolutely fantastic. That's to look out for that sort of bird there, if you can see that very well. The tree creeper. The tree creeper. That is a nickname for Wayne Motivator, the tree creeper. Wayne Tree Creeper.
Get yourself down here.
Get yourself down here with Tracy, and that would be fantastic to do a video to see what they have to say about this area. It'd be interesting to have their view on it. Absolutely fantastic, even if people say hello. And you've got to wear, of course, these Touring With Us shirts. If you don't, of course, yeah, I'll get the tree creeper out. Something like that. Absolutely fantastic. So we take a slow walk here. We take a slow walk. We don't rush it, of course, because, you know, we are not fit people, because we haven't done walks like this for quite some time. Without itching yourself, Julien.
No,
You itched yourself. You're itching bad.
no, I wasn't. I was just
You are. You got an itch and you had to get rid of it.
yeah,
It's called you, Julien.
you're the itch.
No, it's you're the Bubble Brothers.
I'm unique.
Yeah, or quirky.
Quirky bird.
Do let us know in the comments if the signal is a bit ropey, or can you hear us? Can people hear us?
How many bird books can you see?
Bird boxes.
Yeah, you got one.
That's interesting there. Yeah, maybe we'll talk about that on one of our lives as well. Of course, how many bird boxes can you see in the tree? I'm sure we can find some. We'll come to another bit here, which is, of course, another bit of information board. It's nice to showcase that as well. But yeah, bikes often come here. We're talking about mountain bikes and all those kind of things. Probably never seen a motorbike come here, although actually they probably have done in the past, but not recently, not that I know of anyway. Not that you know of either, Julien.
No.
So we come to this area here, which is absolutely fantastic. Behind us, literally, is a bird box, which we have found. See how many you can find on our routes as well. Absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, a joy to see. Beautiful bird boxes. I don't know if you can see that one very well. It doesn't really show it very well. We try to give a little bit more light on the subject. But there you go, you can just about vaguely see it there. There's one there, and there's another one over there, where we're going to go to in just a second. A snowdrop. Is that another tree? Wayne Snowdrop now. So we keep thinking of names of Wayne, maybe names for both Wayne and Tracy as well, and names for other people as well.
Snowman.
Anyone want to be called Snowdrop? Wayne Snowdrop. So, absolutely fantastic. We love our Wayne, really. But it's not actually his name, but of course, he'll love me for saying that. We spread the love, basically, on our walk, and that's the virus that we're spreading here. There you go. Just beautiful to see. This is what the officials are actually missing out on. Maybe they do see it in their own area, but they don't actually spot this area, which is fantastic. Just a joy to come here. Of course, any filmmaker want to do a film in the future, then this is just ideal to walk around this area. Oh, you're right there. Okay, good. Beautiful trees here, as you can see. It's definitely worth it for dog walkers to come along this area. Very different from this area all the way down to that area where we've just literally walked. And you can see roughly where we have actually walked from there, right way down there, and then that way, and then through here. Doesn't take you long, and it really is marvellous to have a look at. That side of that dog. Anyway, I wouldn't like to mess with it. Julien is actually frightened of dogs, because he told me once he was frightened because he said, let the sod rip him up. And of course the problem is, it was in a field. Can you remember what field it was? A school field, and the dog came up to you and it bit you. That's your story on that, isn't it? So this is the house I was talking about in the far distance. It belongs to somebody, and of course you've got dogs barking on there. Right, mate. A very good place to get your exercise, as Boris said as well, when he said he was actually wanting to, at this point, he said in his briefing on Monday that he actually wanted to take a bit of tennis lessons, and he wanted to have a go at tennis outside, so he was so pleased with that. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. But yeah, this is the actual old people's home that used to be there, and it did get burnt down. It got burnt down many years ago, but it got replaced by this fantastic substantial building. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. Really enjoyed that. Of course, there you go. We've nearly come to our bit now. We've come to pretty much the end of our video, but of course, one more bench to show you here. It has actually been painted, this bench here. It is quite nice to sit on here. And to give you a sample of what it actually feels like to sit on, it's just like that. And yeah, low battery. But yeah, we've come literally the end of our walk now. We're going to show you very quickly before we leave you, because time is our enemy here, as it usually does be our enemy. But watch out for the rook here, which is quite useful here, if you can read that writing. By the way, you can see any of our lives on a highlight note, so you can pause the screen. And watch out for the horse chestnut as well, if you can see that writing there. Absolutely fantastic. So the rook and the horse chestnut, absolutely fantastic. So we're actually going to leave you here on that particular note. A big huge thank you very much for watching us here as we continue our walk to where we pretty much started over on that sort of section there, but we won't complete the whole lot of it, but we just end up in that sort of direction, over in that sort of direction here, as we leave you with the last pictures. And the last section we're going to leave you with is the beautiful nature. If we get cut off, we do apologise, and we will continue our walk next time. But thank you very much for joining us. We'll leave you with the lovely naturist pictures and the sounds that will live forever. Beautiful birds there. Aren't they just a pleasure to look at? Julien's gone miles off like he usually does, but I end up catching him up in the end, hopefully anyway. So if you spot us looking around a Haverhill area or any other particular area in the future, please come up and say hello to the face behind the voices and the live streams of these shows. My thanks to everybody watching today, including myself, from the Bubble Boys or the Bubble Brothers, as in Nick C and Julien C. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care.